The music world is mourning the death of one of its most soulful and influential voices. American R&B legend DAngelo has died at the age of 51. His passing was confirmed by family sources and widely reported by international media. Known for his unmatched musical depth and revolutionary sound, DAngelo leaves behind a legacy that transformed modern soul and inspired a generation of singers. Early life and background. Michael Eugene Archer, known professionally as DAngelo, was born on February 4, 1974, in Richmond, Virginia, United States. Music flowed through his home from childhood. His father was a Pentecostal minister, and he began playing piano in church at just 3 years old. Raised in a religious household, he often spoke about how gospel shaped his musical soul. In an early interview, he said, "Music was always my language, long before I knew how to express myself in words." At 18, he moved to New York City to chase his dream in music. He performed at local showcases and signed his first publishing deal after impressing industry executives with his songwriting ability. Rise to fame, breakthrough with Brown Sugar. DAngelo signed with EMI Records and released his debut album Brown Sugar in 1995. The album wasn't just successful, it became a cultural moment. Blending neo-soul, jazz, R&B, funk, and gospel, he created a new sound that critics later called the neo-soul movement. The album went platinum, selling over 2 million copies and earning hit singles like Lady, Cruisin', and the title track Brown Sugar. DAngelo was suddenly hailed as the new face of soul, often compared to legends like Marvin Gaye, Prince, and Sam Cooke. Voodoo era, peak of success. 5 years later, in 2000, he released his second album, Voodoo, which became a masterpiece in R&B history. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and won 2 Grammy Awards, including Best R and B album. But it was one music video that changed his career forever. Untitled, How Does It Feel? The video showed DAngelo shirtless in a single shot, turning him into a global sex symbol against his will. He later said, "I wanted people to hear the music, not stare at my body. I'm a musician, not a product." Despite the success, the sudden fame took a heavy emotional toll. DAngelo struggled with the pressures of celebrity life and the industry's commercial expectations. Struggles and disappearance from music. After the Voodoo era, DAngelo stepped away from the public eye for more than 10 years. During that time, he battled addiction, depression, anxiety, and legal trouble. In 2005, he survived a near-fatal car accident while driving intoxicated. Friends later shared that he struggled deeply with fame and self-identity. Music producer Questlove, a close friend, once admitted, he was fighting a war inside himself. People didn't understand how sensitive he really was. Comeback with Black Messiah, return of a legend. After 14 years, DAngelo made a powerful comeback with his third album, Black Messiah, in 2014. The album was socially conscious, poetic, and musically complex. It addressed themes like love, race, struggle, and spirituality. The album received universal acclaim, winning Best R and B album at the Grammy Awards and proving that true talent never fades. Fans around the world celebrated his return, calling him the genius of soul. Cause of death. DAngelo, born Michael Eugene Archer, passed away on October 14, 2025, at the age of 51, after a private battle with pancreatic cancer. He died in New York City, surrounded by family members who had been by his side throughout his illness. According to reports, DAngelo had been hospitalized for several months and spent his final 2 weeks in hospice care. His son, Michael Archer II, was with him during his last days. The family has expressed deep sorrow and gratitude for his musical legacy, requesting privacy during this difficult time. Before his passing, DAngelo had been working on his 4th studio album in collaboration with producer Raphael Saadiq. The album is now planned to be released posthumously, honoring his enduring influence on the music world. His death has brought renewed attention to the challenges of diagnosing and treating pancreatic cancer, a disease known for its often late-stage detection and high mortality rate. DAngelo's passing marks the end of an era in R&B and neo-soul music, but his contributions continue to inspire artists and fans alike, ensuring his legacy endures through his timeless music. Legacy and influence. DAngelo didn't just make music, he reshaped music. He revived soul in a time dominated by digital pop and synthetic beats. His influence can be felt in the work of artists such as Bruno Mars, Alicia Keys, Frank Ocean, Maxwell, H-E-R. Anderson. Park. The Weeknd. Bruno Mars once said in an interview, "Without D'Angelo, half of today's soul music wouldn't exist." Timeline of D'Angelo's life and career: 1974, born in Richmond, Virginia. 1991, wins amateur contest at Harlem's Apollo Theater. 1993, signs a music publishing deal. 1995, releases debut album Brown Sugar. 1996, album goes platinum. 1997, tours internationally, collaborates with Erykah Badu. 2000, releases Voodoo, reaches Billboard #1. 2001, wins 2 Grammy Awards. 2005, survives serious car accident. 2008, begins working secretly on new music. 2014, comeback with Black Messiah. 2015, wins Grammy Award for Best R&B Album. 2017, releases single for Red Dead Redemption 2 soundtrack. 2023, performs at private events, stays mostly off-grid. 2025, passes away at age 51. Personal life, relationships and family. D'Angelo was known to be extremely private. He avoided interviews and rarely spoke about his personal life. He had a long-term relationship with R&B singer Angie Stone, and together they had one son, Michael Archer II, born in 1998. He also had 2 other children from previous relationships, though he chose to keep their identities private to protect them from media exposure. D'Angelo once said, "Fame fades, family stays. I've always wanted to protect the people I love from this industry." Musical style. Why he was different. D'Angelo's music wasn't just R&B, it was spiritual art. He used live instruments, jazz chord progressions, layered harmonies, and raw emotion. His signature soulful sound influenced the rise of neo-soul, alongside artists like Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, and Maxwell. He was also a multi-instrumentalist, mastering piano, bass, guitar, and drums by himself. Music producer Questlove once called him the Marvin Gaye of our time. Net worth at time of death. At the time of his passing in 2025, D'Angelo's net worth is estimated at around $4 million to $6 million US. Most of his earnings came from album sale, songwriting royalties, touring and live performances, music licensing, collaborations. He could have earned far more but intentionally avoided commercial fame, prioritizing musical quality over money, awards and achievements. 3 Grammy Awards, 2 Billboard Music Awards, Soul Train Music Award, BET Lifetime Soul Influence Recognition. Unofficial but widely honored by fans. Named one of Rolling Stone's greatest singers of all time, his albums Brown Sugar, Voodoo, and Black Messiah each became cultural classics studied in music schools. Lifestyle. Quiet, private, and spiritual. D'Angelo was not a typical celebrity. He avoided social media, red carpets, and Hollywood events. He lived a quiet lifestyle, often spending time writing, producing, and practicing instruments. According to friends, he was deeply spiritual, battled inner emotions, and often preferred solitude over social attention. He once said, "Silence is where I hear the music first." Frequently asked questions section. Q1. What was D'Angelo's real name? Michael Eugene Archer. Q2. When did D'Angelo die? October 14th, 2025. Q3. What was his cause of death? Official cause not fully revealed at time of reporting. Sources mention health complication. Q4. Was D'Angelo married? He was not officially married, but had long-term relationships. Q5. How many children did D'Angelo have? He had 3 children. Q6. What was his net worth? Estimated between $4 million and $6 million US. Q7. Why did he disappear from music for so long? He struggled with personal issues and wanted to avoid industry pressure. Closing tribute. Legacy. D'Angelo's music will forever remain timeless. From the smooth grooves of Brown Sugar to the socially conscious rhythms of Black Messiah, he created a language of soul, love, and resilience that few artists could match. Though his life was marked by struggles and challenges, his dedication to authentic artistry inspired countless musicians around the globe. Artists like Bruno Mars, Alicia Keys, Frank Ocean, H.E.R., Maxwell, and Anderson Park have openly cited him as a profound influence on their music. In the words of D'Angelo himself, music is not about fame, it's about touching someone's soul. If I've done that, I've done my job. Today, the world mourns, but his songs, his voice, and his spirit continue to resonate across generations, reminding us that true art is eternal.